Prison Break. Author, Agamora. Crossdress Small World, Part 1, Betrayal. You son of a bitch. Why are you selling me out? I said angrily. Everything in this world comes from profit. Sorry, Tade. We have had many great moments. He replied. Just you wait. You can't live a decent life. I left a threat. After finishing the sentence, the policeman led me to the police car. All around me, the sound of police sirens could be heard. Handcuffs is gripping my hand in pain, pain not from the cuffs but from misplaced trust. My name is Tade, a 20-year-old man who works as a thief. I know this is not a glorious profession, but at the time I needed a huge amount of money to pay off my family's debt. My father died of an illness when I was in high school. Our family has borrowed a lot of debt to pay for his hospital bills, as well as a difficult life, because he is the main source of income for the family. However, cruel fate turned everything into vain. My father still did not survive. Since my father took his last breath, my mother also fell into a serious psychological crisis. Less than a year later, she also followed my father to the Neverland. My family is in a difficult situation, so since middle school, I have worked part-time to earn extra income for my family. Because I knew I had magic hands from an early age, it was not difficult for me to determine a suitable job, which is a makeup artist. From a young age, I drew very well. It is that passion that makes me determined to pursue the path of painting. But at the age of still sitting in school, going to work related to art is not practical. So, I chose a career in makeup, which seems to be closest to my goal. With my endowed magic hands and many years of professional experience, I quickly became an excellent makeup artist. During the years of working, I received many makeup requests, including famous artists. So I also earn a decent amount of money. But all that is still nothing compared to the huge debt of the family. I had to drop out of high school because I couldn't pay the school fees that I owed for many months. Creditors are not vegetarians. They kept making threats to force me to pay on time, or they would hit me. In desperation, I tried to find a way to make money as quickly as possible, even if it meant getting my hands dirty. The meeting with Daniel was a chance encounter. While wandering in the unknown night, I caught him masterfully pry open the door of someone else's house. I quickly rushed over to catch him. Confused, he begged me not to report him to the local authorities. After thinking for a while, I agreed not to denounce him on one condition: he would have to let me join his work. Of course, he happily agreed because he didn't get caught, and even gained an ally like me. Daniel is the same age as me, is a professional locksmith. He confidently asserted that no luck in the world could make it difficult for him. I also completely trust what he says, because so far, our theft missions have never failed. He shared that he dropped out of school at a young age and studied at a lock shop. Thanks to his research and discovery, for a long time he found the principle of opening all kinds of locks. From there, he began to follow the path of stealing because in just one night, he could earn the same amount of money as he had to work for a month at the lock shop. Before meeting me, he only dared to carry out small thefts because the security systems in the large, luxurious houses of the rich could easily capture his image. But since I joined, together we have done many bigger missions. We even cleaned the house of a rich man in the area once, making him cry for 3 days and 3 nights. And why is that? Because I'm a master of disguise. Before doing a mission, I dressed both me and him as 2 completely different people. After completing the mission and withdrawing from the operating point, we disguised ourselves once more. Thanks to that, all of our missions are successful. Although I have not failed once, I am still afraid of a long night is fraught with dreams. From the moment I had the money to pay off the entire debt, I had the intention to give up this dangerous path of earning and continue pursuing my dream of painting. But Daniel don't want. The quick and easy making of money has long turned him into a mercenary. As soon as I announced that I didn't want to steal anymore, he was extremely angry. But at that time, he just walked away without care about me. Unexpectedly, a few days later, when I was sitting at home continuing to practice my makeup skills, the police suddenly arrived. One of them said, "Are you Mr. Tade? Please follow us to the police station. You are a suspect for theft and appropriation of personal property." I didn't say a word, but quickly ran out the back door. Having investigated this far, I don't believe my mere words of defense can fix the situation. As I ran away from the police chase, I wondered why my whereabouts were revealed. When rushing to an alley corner, I was accidentally attacked by someone standing in the alley, causing me to fall. When I opened my eyes again, my attacker was Daniel. I angrily yelled at him, "What the hell are you doing?" He laughed and replied, "Give you to the police to make merit. Fuck. This is all your fault. Accuse me and you'll get involved too." I continued to respond, "Ah, you can rest assured about this." Of course, when I decided to do this, I was already prepared. It took me a few days to clear the crime. I used some stolen money to change my identity. From now on, I'm not Daniel anymore, call me Henry, a successful businessman. My eyes were filled with disappointment. I didn't expect that I would have such a miserable teammate. Thanks to a phone call from Daniel, the police quickly arrived. Here, the incident happened as at the beginning of the story. When I returned to the police station, I just learned the story that the bastard Daniel made up to sell me out. According to the police, my accuser is a businessman named Henry. He denounced me because I had stolen property in his house. From a video he accidentally got from a guy, who he said was my accomplice, he used it as evidence. I watched the video from the police, cursing in anger. This bastard must have suspected me for a long time, so he surreptitiously recorded a video of me doing the theft from behind my back. It turned out that he didn't care about me for a few days when he used the money to change his identity and set up this perfect drama. As for my accomplice in his testimony, he said he didn't know anything about him. All transactions are done online. What a crafty bastard. What he did, he pushed to someone who did not exist, and he leisurely became the victim and denounced me. After taking inventory of the huge amount of money we had stolen, the court decided on an extremely harsh prison sentence lasting several decades. This is something that I cannot accept. I still have a dream road ahead of me that has yet to be realized. Not to mention, I still have an object to pay. Even though my passion has gone up in smoke, I am determined to pay this debt flat. I can't wait until the end of my prison term to take revenge. Because in a few decades, I don't think I'll be able to track him down. The days in prison were the darkest days of my life. I was tortured both physically and mentally by cold-blooded prison guards and other barbaric prisoners. Luckily for me, the guys in my cell were relatively sociable. Most of them were people who are forced to the end of life to commit crimes. Among them, the one who treated me the best was a tall guy named Leon. Because he was also betrayed by his accomplices, he sympathized with me very much. What we all have in common is extremely long sentences or, at worst, life in prison. With nothing left to lose, we decided to plan a prison break together. Sink or swim. To be continued. Today's story would like to stop here. Thank you for watching. Please like and share for people with similar interests to motivate me to develop my channel. Goodbye and see you in another story.